It's Peter Cameron, and I'm just still trying a different platform for getting my ideas out on being connected and what the word connection means. And from that conversation with Derek Rodenheiser, um, also the word relationship has come out. And we're trying to figure out the difference between what a connection is and what a relationship is. And we're struggling back and forth, and I think it's great because in doing that we're breaking down the word, and we're learning, we're pushing one another. And in fact, because we're connected, there's many people who are also jumping in and helping us to figure out this word, this very used word today, which is connection. So for me, I think a connection is literally, for me, I picture it as the linking of two parts. And that link, it could be a number of different things. The link could be a road in a neighborhood. For me, I live within a subdivision, and the road links me and connects me to my neighbors. Um, my school and my classroom connects me to my students. My students are in my classroom, they're on my class list, therefore I'm connected to them. The TV connects me to the people and the programs that are on the TV. The internet connects me to a web of information and people and places. Google Earth does the same thing. It connects me to the world. So then I think about having a connected classroom. We are connected in many different ways. We use Twitter. We use Google Hangouts. I have a blog and a website. My class is connected to our community simply because we exist within the community, but we also travel to many different places throughout our community. We're connected to our environment as well because we go outside every day and play and learn. So I was wondering when Derek and I were talking that people would say that I have a connected classroom. Um, and I would have to agree with that. But the thing that we're struggling with is, does a connection have to be reciprocal? And I don't believe it does. I believe we can make a connection to a book. And is the book or the author getting anything in return because of my connection to it, because I'm reading it, because it's in my hands? So I don't believe that a connection needs to be reciprocal. My neighbors, I think of all of the people that I'm connected with through that road that runs right down and through the middle of our houses. Um, we are connected through that physical space. My students as well, we are connected before they even walk in my classroom. They're connected simply by being in my class list. So what's the difference between having a connection and a relationship? I think that is when it becomes reciprocal, when it becomes two-way. And at what point is a relationship established? I'm thinking now of my connections to many people on Twitter. I follow many people follow me. I'm connected to them. In some circumstances, I get from a person who I'm connected with on Twitter, but I'm not sure they're getting from me. And that can be, explained in many different circumstances on Twitter. But the difference between a connection and a relationship is the fact that it's reciprocal. And and that means that there's give and take. And, I was just listening to Derek and Stephen Hurley on Voice Ed Ontario Mentors last night, and I would say that they have a relationship because it's gone beyond just Twitter that eventually or first connected them. They now have a relationship of mutual trust and respect and friendship, and to hear the bantering going on back and forth, to me, that just seems more like a relationship than a connection. My neighbors, there are people within my neighborhood that I'm connected to. Some are close to me and some are further away. But I have a relationship with them because I've spent time with them and I know them well. So that relationship is established over time. It's established through face to face meetings, it's established through sharing things that go deeper than just gaining information. My students in my class, I know that they have relationships with one another because they're close. They've been friends for a long time. Um, I'm connected with all of my students, and after a month, I feel like I'm starting to gain and develop relationships with them. And then just to end this, I think the difference between a relationship and, if we can go a little bit deeper, and love would be intimacy. The people that you love or the people that you're most intimate with. Love, I think, takes relationships to that next level. And can I love people beyond just my family? I think so. So love is seen in a number of different ways as well. So I like the fact that Derek said that a connection is a seed to a relationship. But I don't necessarily agree that a connection needs to be reciprocated. And if there becomes reciprocation, um, more communication, conversation, then I think it becomes a relationship. Just getting all of these ideas down as quickly as possible pre coffee. And thanks again, Derek, for pushing my thinking.